Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have Auron. Auron is from Sweden, so let's see what Auron has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Hello, William.
Hello Auron, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
So tell me, how's your weekend going so far?
So far, it's pretty chill, I would say. It's towards the end of the weekend, so yeah, it's pretty chill. When we hang up, I will actually go and do my ritual on Sundays, which is to watch a new episode of my favorite anime, One
Ah,
Piece.
amazing! So tell me, what has been the highlights of your weekend so far?
The highlight of my weekend so far. I've been so up in my head. Uh, I maybe, and that's maybe a bit sad. I didn't have the opportunity to maybe take it all in,
Right?
honestly. Yeah, I mean, I was at a party yesterday, a housewarming party,
Okay.
uh, and that was nice. Uh, Still didn't feel like the highlight of my weekend, though, if I'm honest.
I think the whole highlight for you it was about going through the weekend.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, it's very hard to top my Sunday rituals. Like, I really love my anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, and it's like I get to relax. It's very therapeutical in a sense.
Totally. And where are you from, Auron?
So, I am born and raised here in Sweden, in the south of Sweden, in a small city called Helsingborg, but I have Lebanese heritage.
Amazing. Oh wow. So
Mm.
tell me something about your hometown, something that stands out compared with other places in Sweden.
Okay, we have amazing. So that there are many places in Sweden where you can get amazing food, but my hometown specifically, it's actually known to be a city that has a lot of different kind of restaurants.
Okay.
So that is in general, but my personal favorite is that we have a place called Gröningen, which is similar to a beach, but you can see over to Denmark because it's very close to Denmark.
Wow. Amazing. So you say that's your background. It's from Lebanese, yes? So I believe so your parents they were born in Sweden as well, or they back in Lebanon?
And they are born in Lebanon.
I see, I see. But yourself, you always spend your life in Sweden.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I also lived in Switzerland for 1.5 years. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but else, my whole life has been in Sweden. Yeah.
I see. Let's start the interview talking about your career as an actor. Yeah. So tell me how
Yeah.
everything started.
Well, like any acting career, it's been up and down.
Okay.
But I am in a much better place now, career-wise, than what I was when I first started out, which is maybe reasonable and logical to think, but this is a very special industry. So I started off doing a lot of extra work. The extra people are usually blurred out or something, and that is when I realized that I have to also stop at some point doing extra work because I was starting to get categorized as an extra only,
I
and
see.
I had acting ambitions,
I see.
and that is something I can give out to the people. I don't know how it is in other industries, but here in Sweden, it's actually something that teachers and other kind of career coaches tell you. If you want to be an actor, then try to only go for the acting roles, but obviously you have to start somewhere, and starting as an extra was beneficial for me in the sense that I got to know how it works on set, who does what, when do we do what, more specifically, like are we always talking? No, sometimes we're just pretend talking, like this.
I
That, and since then I've learned and gathered a lot of information, and I've also gotten better opportunities in terms of getting acting roles. I've done a lot of short films from Actually, one has been shown at the iconic Hollywood Theater in the USA, and that made me so happy when I got to know that. Uh,
Amazing.
I also recently finished a small-ish, it's not that small of a role, but also a bit bigger role, but not a main role, in a feature film quite recently. And I'm
Right.
longing until that gets released. And now I've started establishing myself in the German market since I'm fluent in German. So, yeah.
Wow. Amazing. And why German language? Why are you very fluent in the language as well, in German?
Well, this will sound so weird to people. So I grew up watching German television and consuming German media as a child, but that, like, I'm born and raised in Helsingborg, a small city in Sweden. So why did I do that? We had a parabol satellite on a balcony, and we received a lot of German channels, and I preferred them over the Swedish ones, due to the fact that this is what I love with German television, especially when it comes to cartoons. If they find one cartoon that children love, they will spam that cartoon. There were more than 3 episodes in a row of the English titles are SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairy Odd Parents, Phineas and Ferb. There were several episodes. Yeah, like they spam the episodes, and once you find a series that you like as a child, I
Yeah.
got a bit obsessed by it. So, and that is how I learned, because I learned through hearing. And also, my cousins in Germany, they didn't speak any Arabic, Swedish, or English in the beginning, and now they do that. But I had to learn to be able to communicate with them because I like them more than the people that I grew up with in Helsingborg. Because when I told people how I learned German, I have not met many people that have learned a language in a similar way. I've actually met people, actually yesterday at the housewarming party. I met a dude. He told me, "Yeah, I also grew up with the German television," and I was in shock. So I was like, "Oh my god, can you also speak German?" And then he said, "No, not a single word." So it's actually not a given. It's maybe somehow of a gift.
Oh, amazing. Auron, so before we start the interview, I always ask my guests on the show to bring something that means a lot to them. Could be an object, could be a present, could be a picture, could be anything. Do you have something that you could share?
Yes, and I actually tried to find the picture physically because I do have it physically. However, I didn't find it. So now I will use my phone, go into Instagram, and place it so that you guys can see it. But it is a picture. Here we go. Okay. The picture that I brought is this.
Tell me about it. Why this picture means a lot to you?
This picture means a lot to me because I have been hiding that scar for quite a while.
If you can put a bit up so I can see the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah, I can see now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been hiding the scar a bit, and it wasn't until this year where I decided to showcase it to the extent that I am doing it now. Because I told myself that as an actor, I obviously want to showcase my versatility, but I also want to have that special Auron touch in it.
Totally.
And this is part of me. And the story behind the scar is that I had a big brain tumor when I was a kid, at 2 years old, and I had it until I was 5. At 5, I had surgery, hence the big scar. But until the surgery, I had 20 to 40 epileptic seizures a day.
Wow.
So that is my battle scar, and that was a big surgery, and it has left some things. But I know there are some people with epilepsy, like me, who are very afraid of the epilepsy because it can sometimes feel that the epilepsy itself is stealing your independence. And the stealing your independence, I've actually heard from a young person I worked with, because he had a little brother who has epilepsy, and those were his specific words. And I found that very good and accurate to the feeling of epilepsy, because in the beginning you're very paranoid. When will it happen? Will it happen? If it will happen? And since my epilepsy has returned at the age of 20, I was 15 years, no seizures, but then it returned at 20. I was scared and paranoid, but I didn't let it stop me. And since then, I've been in Switzerland, lived 1.5 years there, went to culinary school in Switzerland. I pursued an acting career, still am pursuing a career that is my career. I still was able to have my own accommodation, which I have now. I am working like I can live independently, and I am not letting my shitty epilepsy define me. So that is
Wow.
why I chose this picture, and hopefully someone who's in need will see this. I don't know where to place it. But that is me. Right now I have hair, but I will probably shave it off for a role in the near future. But yeah, you are not your epilepsy.
Wow. Thanks again. Oh my God, Auron, thanks so much for sharing that. I know it's a very personal, event in your life, but at the same time as well, you're sharing with people right now. And I think it's amazing because it's very inspiring, because you never know who's watching this interview right now. And maybe they are facing a situation that you faced in the past, maybe something new for them, and see someone talking so open about it. And not just that, showing your scars. And I think it's amazing for you to be there. So appreciate that, for you to be able to share something very personal. And at the end of the day, it's about helping people as well, and spreading information out there. Thanks again. Amazing.
Thank you.
Auron, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
All right.
Just let's do it. Right, so before we start the interview, yes, you can always dance with me, always.
Woohoo! I was like, can I? May I?
You can. Before we start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about or you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, what's your idea of a perfect friendship?
Oh, that hits right in the heart. Oh my God. Scary first question. Okay. My idea of a perfect friendship is being communicative. Being able to communicate and embrace each other's differences, and being understanding of each other.
Wow.
And having a sort of community, because if it's one person, you can still have a community because you're two people. If it's more people, that's it's very important to have that sort of communication, because I've had a lot of friendships, now we're going back to childhood a bit, where I have always been the joking reference, which is not nice, and it has still haunted me. So if we were maybe 5 guys, whatever, 6 people sometimes, and then they would always make jokes about me. And at some point, since I never told them off, it actually just got worse and worse. And that has shaped me into the communicative person that I am today. Because I am not only telling people off, I'm very... this is a joke I usually do, so I'm gay, but I usually tell people I'm gay but very straightforward when I communicate. So communication is the most important thing, and that you have fun together.
Tell me a friend, in your circle that for you, when you're feeling the lowest for some point, if you're like, what, I feel like talking to someone right now, I need to put this melancholic way out. At the same time as well, when you're feeling the greatest, you feel like, oh my God, I need to share this new now. Which person comes to your mind for both situations?
I must be honest, I am a very honest person, as I've already said. I have not been having a great social life the last 3 months,
Okay.
in terms of friendship also, because in the acting industry, my definition of friendship was a bit different than other people's definition of friendship. So I haven't had in the acting industry many people I could call friends genuinely, that I could like call and say, hey, I don't feel that well, and it's because of this and this and that. Could we meet up? I don't feel like I have anyone who's that to me. But
Right.
outside of the acting, there is definitely a person I could talk to, but we have a distance friendship, which is also a bit weird, but we've had it for more than 2 years, and he does feel like a brother to me. Uh,
Amazing.
so shout out to Adrian. I don't know if you will see this, Adrian, but if you see this, shout out to you. You're the person that you're one of the people I can go to, regardless of if it's happy news or very sad news.
Beautiful. Yes, I think some people, it doesn't matter where they are located. Sometimes there is a connection there, just feel genuinely feel like, you know what, I can talk to this person about different topics. Why not? I think there
Yeah.
are no rules, you know what I mean? My best friend, he lives in Canada. He's far away from me. And actually, he's
Uh-huh.
the friend I talk to the most. It's so interesting because he's the most further, like far away from me. And it's the one that I'm more in touch with. So I get your point. Sometimes they don't need
Yeah.
to be physically close to us, but they are there. So that's what matters.
Yeah, definitely.
Next question.
Let's go.
All right. Next question for you is, who was your first crush and why?
Who was my first crush and why? Oh my God. Okay. The first I can ever remember was Ash from Pokemon. When I was a little kid. So I was like 10, 11.
Uh,
And in the anime, he's actually 10 or 11 and he never ages. And he goes through all of these adventures. But I found him, I guess, as a kid, I found him very sweet, cute. I loved what he had with his Pokemon, that kind of adventureness, that freedom. And honestly, it was purely that, I feel like. When
wow.
it comes to the fictive character, but that Ash was probably my first crush. If we're talking first, regardless of if it's a human or a fictive character.
Wow. Actually, I had a guest here on the show that he had his first crush one was character from Pokemon as well. It's so interesting.
Oh my!
Yes.
Me and that person should talk.
Yeah, for sure.
What is that
For
person's name, William?
I don't remember now because I do so many interviews every day. There's so many people. But once comes to my mind, and I will share with you for sure. Once it's
Okay.
when I'm editing interviews, when I'm kind of sharing clips, if I get it, I'll tag you on it for sure.
Do that. I will just close my balcony door because I have realized that many people are driving
Sure.
recklessly. People right now are also graduating high school, and that is a very big deal in Stockholm. Or maybe it's
Wow.
called upper elementary school in English.
I
Uh,
see.
and it's in Sweden, not just in Stockholm. Yeah.
I see. Aaron, as you mentioned before, being a gay guy, yeah, gay boy. How was for you growing up, in a small town in Sweden, being a gay boy, also have your parents from Lebanon. So, are you okay to talk a little bit more about your experience? Did you have the support at the time? It was a bit tricky for you. Tell me a little bit more about your experience.
Oh, there is a lot to talk about on that front. But basically, I didn't come out so I knew I was gay at like 10 or 11 at the same time. I fell in love with Ash Ketchum. And uh, I couldn't talk about it. I simply couldn't because of the environment that I was in. There were a lot of people, and not only religious people, because there are many prejudices that only religious people hate gay people, blah, blah, blah. There were many people that had very strong and negative and in general homophobic opinions, and I did not feel comfortable at all. So actually, I never got to explore my sexuality until I was maybe 19 when I moved to Stockholm. And
Okay.
that is when I felt the most free. And when I came out publicly, because I realized that I don't want to hide who I am, when I came out, it was a shitstorm. I got murder threats, not from the family in Sweden, but from some other people. And my family in Sweden, they were not used. They have never had a gay person probably around them, because they started asking like, "Are you fine? Are you sick?" And some people in my family demanded that I was supposed to come back home immediately, and. Yeah, and it was not great. And I've had some altercations, sadly, that I mean, I didn't get hurt because some
Good,
other people helped me.
good.
But my coming out was not good, I would say, and I do not wish this upon anyone. It was actually to that extent that I had to involve authorities. And
Oh,
in Sweden, and this might shock people to hear this, but in Sweden, if you are registered in Sweden, you can just Google anyone's name and their address will pop up. And yeah, uh, so anyone basically. And what I had to do is I had to contact authorities and explain to them that, yeah, I have murder threats, I have people that want to kill me because I'm gay, blah blah blah. And then I had to send in some documents, and they were very quick with removing my data. And when you have what I had, which is called hemlig adress, secret address kind of, it's a bit more into it than that. But basically, there is a lot of effort that has to be done
mhm.
to reach me. Even authorities like maybe the police or a doctor or whatever. And it
Right.
was very tough living with that, living as a as someone who's had murder threats. And
Wow.
yeah, it was uh, but then it did get better, and I felt more safe and comfortable with the whole situation after maybe 1 year, 1.5 years. And I also actually changed my name. I was not born as Auron Stark,
I
uh,
see.
but I did that for two reasons: for my safety, and because I wasn't actually comfortable with the name that I was given at birth.
Wow. Yes, but nowadays you can be true yourself. You can be completely yourself. That's amazing. That's I'm glad to
Mhm.
hear. Those
Yeah.
people just because of sexuality or because you're a real person need to go through those situations. But I'm glad that somehow you navigate through it and now you are in a better place. That's great.
Ah, same here, William. Same here.
What's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Auron?
Oh, what do I like the most about being Auron? What I like the most about being Auron is that I actually stand up for myself and I know my worth.
Mhm.
And that is something that the younger me would be very proud of. Like, yeah, the little kid would be very proud about who I have become, because I stand up for myself. I also stand up for others, and I know my worth. I do not back off from a fight if it's someone who's trying to put me down.
Wow. Yeah, I think when we went through some tough situation as a even we very young because of sexuality, somehow it gave the strength for you to be strong and stand up for yourself, for others around you as well. And I think everything happens for us for a reason, for us to understand more about us and to make ourselves stronger than we are. That's for sure. Amazing. Three questions left. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Hey, next question for you is: if you could have dinner with anyone, living or not, who that would be and why?
Oh my God, I have many people. The question is, now I have to add a question to that. Do I want to have dinner with a person who I actually have never met, or do I want to have dinner with a person who I rarely get to meet?
Anything could be anyone who is still with us, someone maybe who passed away, or maybe someone that
Mm,
you admire, someone that you feel very close
mm.
to. Could be anyone. Like if you had the opportunity to have a meal with this person.
Oh, okay, I have three people in mind.
Okay, okay, you can put those three people on the table.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so the first person would be an artist that has helped me a lot growing up when I was not doing great mentally. Her music has helped me through a lot, and her name is Jessica Cornish, but she goes by the artist name Jessie J.
Okay.
That would be the first person. The second person would also be a artist, one of Sweden's biggest artists. However, I would not be as starstruck to meet him as I would have been with Jesse, because I have met him a lot of times, and every time that I have met him now, regardless of if it's concert or random on the street, I feel like I am talking to a friend whose journey I've been following, and that person's name is Darin Sanyar, one of Sweden's biggest pop stars.
Wow.
And the third one would probably be a um, a an actor who makes a lot of dubbing works in Germany, and his name is Tobias Müller.
Okay.
And the reason for that is one of my favorite animes, which he has the protagonist's voice of. That taught me a lot of German when I was a little kid.
Wow.
And I had a couple of months ago, I started following a German YouTube channel called Datteltäter, where they invited over a bunch of people who do German dubbing.
Okay.
And he was one of them, and that was the first time I saw his face. And when he when he talked in his character, I started crying. So
Wow.
these three people have impacted my life and helped me. They gave me the power to be stronger. They
Wow.
didn't do the work for me. I did the work, but they certainly helped me on the path. Those three I would love to have dinner with.
Wow. And I'm sure if this interview gets to them somehow, I'm sure they're going to be very happy to know that. And it's so amazing to have those people, that we admire. For one reason or another, they give big impacts in our lives, for sure. Wow. Amazing. Great.
That would be amazing.
2 questions left. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Right, before the next question, let's do a little game. Let's pretend now that you have in your hands the biggest budgets in the world. So for you, money is not a problem. You're gonna put a project together. You're gonna put like a play or in the theater. Could be anything. You're gonna be on it as well, okay? And you can cast anyone in the world to play your dad. Also, you can cast anyone to play your mom. At the same time, anyone to play your romantic lover, your romantic partner, and the big boss, the producer or director to help you to put all together. So tell me those names. They don't need to look like your parents or or it's just someone that you'd love to work with.
Okay. That was a hard question. Okay. Okay, we're doing a movie, right, William? So that I'm on track. Okay, if we're doing let's say, feature film, I would play myself, which would be the son of a talented actor. She's actually played my mom once, and we had such amazing chemistry as mom and son. And her name is Belinda Riquelme. So she would definitely play my mother. My father, on the other hand, that is a bit trickier because I have a lot of people that I can see as that role also. But that role would maybe be played by actually a dear friend of mine who's also an amazing actor. His name is Sodad Iskander.
Okay.
So I can see the both of them playing my parents. And also I would change it up a bit so I look younger, so it would make sense.
Totally.
Directed. I mean, top of mind, I love Quentin Tarantino, but it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in. For me, that wouldn't really fit in right now. And also, maybe as you have noticed, I'm trying not to take big shot names, A-listers, whatever, because I genuinely believe that we should put more unknown names on the screen because there is so much more talent.
I get that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. So, a producer would be my friend Josué Fiallo or Fiallo, depending on how you pronounce it,
Okay.
because I trust him. So he would be the producer.
Wow.
But now we still need a director, William.
No, it's okay. One director or producer could be one either. So could be one either. Could be director or producer. But
okay. Then in that case, we will find a director in the near future.
Perfect. Or if you want to have a name as well, you can. Why not? You are organize everything. You have the biggest budget in your hands, but you need to choose your romantic love, your romantic partner as well to be part of it.
Yeah, it has to. Oh, yeah. Romantic partner. Okay. Then in that case, my romantic partner. When I was an extra at Young Royals, I actually got to work with him, and he is such a nice person in real life. And Josué, who now is the producer, he actually played my boyfriend in a feature film, so he can't do everything. Sorry, Josué, you're talented, but I have to give other people a chance too. So, so my romantic interest would probably be Umar Rudbari, who played one of the main characters in Young Royals.
Wow.
Spontaneously.
Wow. Great. I'll be there clapping, okay, when it's ready.
Thank you.
Okay. Next question is, what's the best present have you ever received and why you consider that?
The best present I have ever received?
Yeah.
It's actually up there. It's one of the best presents. I can't see my screen myself now, so I really like when people do something personal instead of giving me money, and I've always been like that even as a kid. Obviously now, if you can help me pay my rent, please give me cash. but I really like these personalized ones, and I love drawings. I love drawings a lot, and my fridge is filled with drawings of my favorite animes. And up there, it's not visible from the camera, there is a drawing that I have framed in from a friend of mine who is called Alice, who lives in Germany. And she drew me with my favorite Pokemon, and my favorite Pokemon is this dude. I have him as a slipper. His name is Gengar.
Sweet.
And she drew me with him, and Gengar is giving me a sword. And some people might laugh at that, but I really like it because it's very specific and it's very Auron. So those are the kind of gifts that I appreciate the most personal ones.
What's the meaning of life for you when you think about life, Auron?
The meaning of life was to find true happiness. It was. But nowadays, I have more and more realized, since helping other people, that the meaning of life for me is to help other people in some sort of certain way. I was at an event for people in the film industry, and a lot of people, young as well as a little bit older than me, so younger than me, older than me, they asked me for tips, and I was also interviewed from the company that held the event in question, and I got to help a lot of people, and a lot of people appreciated that. I was very happy, and I feel a genuine happiness about helping other people, and that is something I've realized recently. So I would say it's to help people, because that gives me happiness.
Wow, that's great. And I think helping others, somehow you're helping yourself as well, because this energy you give away, it comes back to you in a bigger proportion. So I think it's great for sure. Last question, let's do it. Amazing. Before the last question, Auron, I'm sure you have so many moments in your career as an actor that's it means a lot for you, or at the time it was great, you had a great feeling, but tell me one of them that for you go like, you know what, I will always remember this moment. It's so far, it's going to be close to my heart.
And I have one instantly. It was actually one of my first times on set. And I was not an actor per se. I was supposed to be an extra.
Okay.
However, they liked me quite a lot, so I got to be more in front of the camera than I would have been in the crowd, blurred out. And it was for a series called Jana Märkta för livet at Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And it was a very big, very lively scene where we were over 50 people, maybe even 100. We were a very big crowd, and we were very mad about a person who killed a child who now is free. And I was supposed to be one of the mad people, but in the end, since I genuinely was so mad, I got to talk with the stunt coordinator, and I got to do stunts and break through the police barricade, and I tried to punch the guy who was the felon in itself. And what was supposed to be extra work in the background turned out to be something more than that. And the actor in question that played the felon, his name is Ture Reinhardt. I got to know that he is one of Denmark's biggest actors. And throughout the day, he told me that I was very impressive. I really found my calling. I'm doing it with my heart. And I was just so overwhelmed because
Wow.
everyone, William, at that day on that set, extras as well as actors, as well as cameramen, as well as people from behind the production, they all came up to me at some point and said, "Wow, you're great. Oh my God, you're awesome. Yeah, do that again. Yeah, I don't need to give you notes. Just do you." Like, I got to hear a lot of that, and that has fueled my energy so much.
For
So
sure.
if I like lose motivation of some sorts for acting, I sometimes reminisce back to that day and I gain it again.
Wow. Beautiful. Wow. You meant to be there at the right time. Everything was meant to be for you at this moment for sure.
Yeah.
Last question is, if you could swap jobs with anyone for a week or for a day, just to understand a bit more about their career, which one that would be and why?
Okay. I would swap jobs with maybe a neurologist.
Oh.
Maybe, since I am on the patient side, I'm very intrigued to know how it is like. I love my neurologist. He's amazing, and he talks to me like I'm an equal,
Mhm.
and that is amazing. And but I would have been interested to do that, because if I wasn't an actor, I probably would have been working as a healthcare worker of some sorts, or maybe someone who guides people in their career. Like, now I've gotten the name of it in English, but when you're in school, you can go to that person who's an employee of the school, and then you can talk about your future.
Amazing.
That is maybe also a potential person, but I don't
Wow.
have a specific person in mind. I mean, obviously, I can say some A-list actor, or even top tier, like maybe Bill Skarsgård, Henry Cavill, whatever. But I like to be more grounded and realistic in my answers.
Wow.
So that's, yeah, probably a neurologist.
Beautiful. Right, so then let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's start with money.
The green cash.
Fear.
Oh, spiders.
Family.
Oh, not necessarily blood related.
Amazing. Life.
What was the word?
Life.
Happiness.
Religion.
Guidance.
Love.
Oh, the commitment.
Sex.
Ooh, intimacy.
Politics.
Ooh, I also want to say guidance, to be honest.
Friendship.
Ooh, now I want to say commitment again. I suck.
Not a problem. Desire.
Oh, dedication.
Regret.
Oh, experience.
Success.
Success.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Achievement.
Wish.
Uh, uh, goal.
One word for happiness.
Happiness. That would be warmth.
Stockholm. One word.
Stockholm, one word. City.
Beautiful. Sweden.
Nature.
And the last one now, acting. One word.
Reality.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet one of your best friends for a coffee, and I'm going to ask one of your best friends. Define Auron in one positive and one negative word only. What they would say about you.
So only one word answers. Okay. Positive would probably be. I mean, I did the joke earlier, but straightforward, but that is maybe two words, maybe honest.
Okay.
Negative would be honest goes both ways in that sense because
Yeah,
sometimes I don't censor myself, and that can be something negative depending on the context in question.
I see. I understand. Let's play now Auron and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it. Okay, but before you ask me the question, as you are so connected with the German language, what's your favorite German word?
Oh, I love that question. I love that question. For many years, it's actually been, but is it still? Oh my God. I did have a favorite German word for many years, but now maybe it is something different. Oh my God. Okay, so the German word that has been a favorite for years has been Speisekarte.
Say that again.
Speisekarte.
Speisergatter.
Close, close.
Close.
You added an R at the end. Speisekarte.
Speiserkarte.
Speise.
Speiser.
Karte.
Cutter.
And now together. Speisekarte.
Speiserkarte.
You know what? Good enough.
And what that means?
That actually just means like a menu at the restaurant.
Oh my God, that's so interesting. Oh wow.
I love food.
Love it. I love it. It made my day now. I learned something new. When I go to German, I'm gonna try to say, it's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna go back to this interview. I'm gonna repeat like a few times before I ask for the menu in a restaurant.
I believe in you. You have potential, William.
Oh, okay. You can ask me a question now, Auron.
Wow, how the tables have turned. Now I have to ask you something, William. All right. Well, are you ready?
I think I am.
Okay. So, you did text me on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, my question is, what about me specifically was so interesting for you that you texted me and invited me for this interview?
Great question, and I have the answer straight away. When I'm online on social media and when some profiles show my feeds, I literally, I had a brief look just to see if the profile is not fake, if something real, and that's it. For me, Auron, what I believe is, everyone has a story to tell, everyone is interesting. And if I just felt like I saw your profile and I felt like, you know what? Let me send a message to him. If he says no, okay. If he says yes, okay. So it's the whole energy there. If the person say yes, we meant to have this interview today. Now looking back through the beginning of our conversation, talking to you, trust me, I've learned a lot. Not just about yourself, but about you sharing some personal events about, you know, Sweden, about Google, a name, all of that. Can you imagine how you just, you know, you always learn something new, talking to people, connect with people. And I'm so glad you said yes, because now, you know, I just, you know, connect with someone very interesting, amazing, you know, someone that's shared so personal events here regarding your sexuality, regarding your you know, up growing up, and about family, about your life overall. And I think I'm so fascinated about people out on that. It's amazing for me. So exactly, there's no for me criteria when I'm inviting people online, or you know, I don't look for like, oh, I want to find this, I want to find that. I don't think this way. I just fire the question. If they say yes, amazing. If they say no, amazing as well. So I think it's the whole point of the show. You know, I'm so fascinated about people, and that's the genuine answer for you. You know, I just when I invite people, I just hope that you know, if they feel the vibe, if they feel like, you know what, I'd love to be in the show, I'd love to express my experience or to share a little bit more about myself. Why not? And if not for them as well, it's fine. It's not for them, and so I get it. It's okay, and so I'm so glad that you said yes, and I become a better person every day here when I do the interviews, because for me it's about learning every day, and I love when I learn something new. So trust me, you made my day today for sure, because I learned something new through this interview. So yeah, that's my answer for you.
Well, thank you very much. That was I like that it was an elaborate answer.
Amazing.
So thank you. And that was also nice and refreshing to hear. So thank you, and
Perfect.
thank you for this opportunity.
The pleasure's all mine. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, the interview was very, very nice. I have no complaints. Maybe the only thing I didn't know that question was coming. Obviously, I didn't know any of the questions. But I was like, do I actually want Umar Rudberry to be my love interest? Don't I have any friends who
You see?
you know what? You can have this as blooper. I will fire Umar Rudbari, and I will throw in Sabina Khamouchi, which, yeah, she is a woman, but we can make the movie about maybe we're together. She gets approved by my parents, and then I have a gay awakening, and then that is where the problematic thing happens. There we go. Shout out to Sabina.
You see, her name came in the end. You see what I mean? And it means a lot for sure, genuinely.
There we go.
Before you go, Auron, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Okay. A positive message to the people. Just be true to who you are.
Hmm? Simple as that. Amazing.
I'll leave it as that, and that is a quote from the song "Who You Are" from Jessie J.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Thanks so much. Have a great day. And it was a pleasure to have you on the show, okay?
Thank you. Likewise, William.
Take care. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.